Hi. Can you hear me okay? That's the main thing. So we've got Tino in the background. He said he's going to be quiet. We'll see. So we Frederick told me something. Now, I've only got about half an hour, I think, before I have to go and pick up my daughter. Yes, I got 30 minutes exactly. So, how is everyone? Welcome. Let's get you up on here. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Richie boy. Now, Frederick messaged me saying there's an announcement that Priscilla is being honoured in Tennessee, the highest civilian award. Well, obviously, we have complicated views about that because obviously we feel personally that Priscilla has done so much wrong to Elvis in the last 50 years that, you know, we have issues with it. We don't hate Priscilla, but we definitely don't think she deserves to be honoured. I did want to just quickly say to Lorna, Lorna, are you there? Yeah, Lorna, let's put you on the spot. Lorna in Scotland. Now remember, guys, I got this laptop. It was £1,000. I love this laptop. Any help from any of you to me I'm just a little bit paying towards it. It's very appreciated. My wife is obviously a bit annoyed at me because I spent £1,000. So a few of you have sent me little small donations. Thank you so much. And Lorna sent me this. Thank you very much. And I'm going to read. Now she has sent me two Scottish notes, which I'll be honest with you, they're so beautiful. Hi, Lorna. They're so beautiful, these notes. I don't want to spend them. Scottish £10 notes. Absolutely beautiful. They're just perfect condition. Lorna, you're so kind to me. Obviously, a few of you have made donations to my beautiful laptop. And I really appreciate it. Anyone helping me on the laptop, I spent £1,000. Thank you so much for you guys that sent me a few quid towards it. I really, really do appreciate it. I really, honestly, it means everything to me. And Lorna says, look at her beautiful card. Lorna, Lorna, Lorna. Obviously, there's many of you that have helped me, so I love all of you for helping me. So, hi, Louis, please see enclosed. You can use some towards the laptop and use some to get the kids some sweets, which I will. Linda sends me money for the kids for sweets as well. I'm so grateful. Yeah. I want to say thank you for both your fantastic channels. Yeah, we have Defending Elvis. We are Elvis Presley fan on Keough. I love them both. Honestly, they're both very dear to me. I think we've all come to love both the channels, haven't we? Hi, Richie boy. We've all come to love both channels for different reasons. I really believe that. Elvis Presley fan on Keough, light-hearted Elvis stuff, and we talk about our health. And obviously, it's helped. Elvis Presley fan on Keough has helped many people. Yeah. So Lorna also says, want to say thank you to both your fantastic channels and all you do for our wonderful Elvis and his bloodline. You're a lovely guy with a beautiful wife and an amazing kids. Take care. Love, Lorna Brown. Lorna. So I just want to say, guys, that you must please understand that what I do with Team Elvis is joy. It's pure pleasure. It comes naturally. I love it. I love it. I feel very fortunate. I'm very lucky, very honoured that I have Team Elvis to help me through a very difficult channel. Defending Elvis is a difficult channel to run. It is. Because we get a lot of backlash. We get a lot of problems. I was discussing it the other day with Richie boy. It isn't all good, but I love it. I feel lucky. I feel honoured. I feel proud. I love Team Elvis. We have a lovely family here, and that's it. Anyway, right. So Frederick who I did say I was going to play some Riley Keough, so we might try and throw in a bit now. But let me quickly read this. Frederick messaged me saying that Priscilla Presley is going to be awarded. So I messaged Amy straight away, and Amy, our researcher. She has strong views about it. Now, guys, it's not that we hate Priscilla. It's not that we want to be nasty. It's just that we just don't feel she deserves it. So thank you, Deborah. And just quickly checking your comments. Yeah, we love each other, don't we, guys? We love each other. Come on. We'd be lost without each other. That's how I feel. So I'm quickly rushing through your messages. So, guys, we'd be lost without each other. We're mates now. We're mates. So I'm going to get you up on here so I can watch your comments. I can't imagine my world without Team Elvis. Honestly, cannot imagine it. Cannot imagine it. Do any of you feel that way? Do any of you feel that way? I honestly, we're mates now. Now, remember, I'm quite a private person. I don't go out socializing. My socializing is with my wife, with my family, with my twin brother. So, yeah, Frederick, I think you're right. Frederick, the PR campaign at the moment to boost Priscilla is on overdrive. On overdrive. These channels popping up everywhere, promoting Priscilla, bad-mouthing Elvis. It's wrong. Yeah, come on, Elvis Presley fan. We're all used to each other now. We actually know each other's personalities. So let's read it. I haven't read it. I thought I would read this for the first time with Team Elvis. Frederick is the one who told me about it. So thank you, Frederick. I wouldn't know it if it wasn't for Frederick. So let's read it. Priscilla Presley to be awarded a TN, a Tennessee highest civilian honor. Priscilla is receiving the award. Elvis was honored in March 1961. That's just mad. Right. Obviously, I'm sorry, guys. I laugh at this picture because you and me, we all know that not much more than a year after this picture was taken, we all know Priscilla was sleeping with the dance instructor months after Lisa Marie was born. And we also know that Elvis didn't want to get married. It's pretty obvious now. We've had quite a few different reports from the Memphis Mafia and from the Cook and other sources. Elvis just didn't want to get married. Elvis may have been forced to get married. Now we can't know it. We weren't there. We're not flies on the wall. So when we see this picture, this iconic image that I think is brainwashed into people's minds, and this is why people can't understand the amount of wrongdoing that Priscilla has done to Elvis's image and reputation and legacy. I just think people are brainwashed into that image. That image is stuck in the Priscilla fans' brains. Priscilla fans are completely still in love with that image. And that is why many Priscilla fans think Priscilla has done no wrong, which is completely untrue. She's done a lot of wrong. She's been unfaithful. She's robbed him blind financially. She's used the name Presley for her whole life for self-gain. In my opinion, she seriously discarded Lisa Marie. She was a terrible parent to Lisa Marie, in my opinion. Yeah? So I don't like to badmouth Priscilla constantly, but it just feels like I have to because the world needs to know the truth. The world needs to know the truth. So I'm a little bit shocked by this. Let's read it. In the 1st of May 1965, the singer Elvis Presley and his bride, former Priscilla Buelow, appear at the Aladdin's Las Vegas. Okay. After their wedding, Presley 32, Buelow 21, both from Memphis, Tennessee. Well, Priscilla is definitely not from Memphis, Tennessee. met while he was stationed in Germany in the US Army. The new Elvis Presley Graceland Wedding Chapel at the Westgate Resort Hotel in Las Vegas is scheduled to open on Thursday, April the 23rd. Let's have a look. Right. I'm not really sure what that is. As part of a new Graceland presentation, Elvis exhibition, the show experience in Las Vegas. Okay. I'm not really sure what that's about. Let's keep going. The state of Tennessee is set to honor Priscilla Presley with the highest civilian honor on Monday. Priscilla, I'm glad they said wife of late Elvis Presley, will be awarded the Colonel Aide de Camp Award. Bill Lee and other lawmakers at the state capitol during the legislation ceremony proceedings. Priscilla is receiving the award that Elvis was honored in March 1961. Upon receiving the award, Priscilla will be advocating for state funding for the Memphis Rock Soul Museum. Okay. Is this something to do with Priscilla trying to get permission to be buried at Graceland, to get the extra grave to be allowed at Graceland? Is that what's going on here? What do you think, guys? Presley's support and contribution to the Memphis Rock and Soul Museum vision to relocate from the obscurity of the FedEx Forum to a prominent home in the historic Lansky building located in the iconic Beale Street Entertainment District. The museum board and Memphis community have privately raised $5 million to secure the purchase of the building and is now seeking state dollars to ensure that the Smithsonian curated museum becomes a fixture in Memphis community and an attraction for visitors from the world around. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. The Memphis Rock and Soul Museum. I love that. That's got to be a good thing. So it says on here, no, I'm not really sure why it's showing that picture. Okay, that's all. Right, let me just check your comments. Then we'll see if we can find out something more about this civilian honor awarded in Tennessee. So, unfortunately, Prissy does too much wrong for us not to talk about her at all. Yeah, it's true, Jimmy. I need to borrow Deborah. Let's have a look. Again, someone mentions the widow thing. For some reason, the public treat Priscilla like she is Elvis's widow. She divorced him. She demanded the divorce. I know that Elvis filed for it and all that, but she demanded the divorce around 71-ish after running off with Mike Stone, dragging Lisa away from her father, Elvis. She demanded this divorce. Mike Stone has said it a few times now. Once she started seeing Mike Stone, she chatted him up. She made it clear to Mike Stone she wanted a divorce. So, guys, let's just see if we can find some more. If there's any more information about this. Let's have a look. So what is this? Nashville, Tennessee. Priscilla Presley will be in Nashville on Monday to be honored at the state capitol while also issuing her support for the Smithsonian Memphis Rock and Soul Museum expansion. Presley will receive the Colonel Aide de Camp. Right, we've just read this, but does anyone here think this is something to do with getting permission to be buried at Gracelands? Does anyone think there's any connection to it? Let me just see if there's anything else coming up. No, I can't see anything else. No, I think that's the only information we've got. Should we go with images, see if anything comes up there? No. So, guys, let's just see what you guys have to say. It's only a quick live. So there is legitimately a good plan for the museum. Yeah, I'm with the museum stuff. I'm all for it. I'm all for the museum stuff. Of course I am. Do Memphis City understand the damage that Priscilla has done to Elvis's image and reputation through this book? This fake fairy tale. A lot of the things in this book are not true. Through all the interviews that she gave, are you going to climb over, are you? Right, 1 second, Tina's coming. Right, don't stand on my glasses. Right, I got you, mate. I got you. Ha! Of course you got me. Right, we're only doing a quick live anyway. Right, because remember everyone's watching us, so let's.
When we get home, is Jesse on the phone?
Yes, you have to be. Shh. So Jane, I'm a subscriber to your channel. Has Jane got a channel? Has she? Jane, do you have a channel? I didn't know that. Let's have a look. Just have a look. Let's see if I can click on Jane. Jane, do you have a channel? I didn't know you had a channel. Tina, say hi to everyone. Hi, everyone. All I care about is my phone. So let me make this smaller.
No, I can't.
Right, no, you're not going to say anything rude. Right. So, Jane, do you have a channel? I didn't know this. Jane? Now, I wanted, actually, while I'm here, I've got 10 whole minutes. I found, let me see if I can make it work. I found a Riley Keough podcast. I wanted to, let's see if I can get it up for Frederick. Now, Frederick is a massive Riley Keough fan, and I really do. Let's have a look. I found, here it is. Frederick, can I ask you, I found it here. Do you know Pod Crushed?
A long time ago,
Pod Crushed.
Your friend, slipped off the step at the van, and
Yes.
he cut his chin and it was bleeding.
Yes. Let me just see if I can.
Cut.
Right. Let me just say this a minute. I found this. Frederick, are you there? I found a Riley Keough podcast that I've never seen before, and I wanted to play it. The thing is, it's making me log in, which is annoying. Hi, Teresa, how are you? Yeah, he's Richie boy. He's funny, isn't he? Let's have a look. Let's see if it's going to let me log in. Is it going to let me log in? Oh, these blooming logging. I don't know if it's going to let me log in. So, Frederick, not sure. Was it an Australian one? I'll tell you what I might have to do, Frederick. What I might have to do, because it's not letting me load it onto my PC. Let's put it on a stand.
Sophie was just
Yes.
like AMA. Yes. What are the acronyms?
Let's have a look.
The last thing you'll hear from me in this interview is me
Let's
scrambling.
have a look. Let's have a look.
What's up, Doc? Okay, that's a little Easter egg for you. That's the last thing I say. I said, I'm not touching anymore.
Hang on a minute. So, guys, we're only going to play a few minutes of it. If it lets me.
Yes. We have Riley Keough, the actor.
Right, stop moving around. Got to be still.
Jones and then sixth and on Ridge.
Right, let me just try, guys.
Happens to be the granddaughter of Elvis. The Elvis, which I only mentioned because her new book, From Here to the Great Unknown, she co-wrote with her late mother, Lisa Marie Presley. And that book takes a very deep look into her life and the life of her mother and that of her family. The book is really introspective and stunning, and our conversation with Riley was as well. So please stay with us. We will be right back. Welcome to Pod Crushed. We're your hosts. I'm Penn.
I'm Nava.
Right,
And I'm Sophie.
And I think we could have been your middle school besties.
Telling each other, I think you're pretty.
Pretty ugly. What's the sound of those coming from me?
But let me just pause it. Now, it's 48 minutes long, so I want to go through this. I want to do a proper review. Somehow, I need to try and get it on my channel. Let's have a look. It's called Pod Crushed. Let's see if we can find it. Pod Crushed.
That is the fact that
But we'll just do, I've only got 10 minutes, so we're only going to just, let's go on here. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get it on here, yeah? Okay, let's try and get it. Pod Crushed Riley Keough. Let's see if it comes up. Riley Keough. Keough. Pod Crushed. Aha! There we go.
And the way my parents parented was very much like,
Is this it?
we don't
Ooh,
fight around the
that
kids. We
jumped
don't
off
ever
to a
say
different
anything
one. No,
around
that's not the
them.
one.
There was no, like, we didn't know anything.
Hang on.
We didn't know about
Click
any.
on the right one.
And you
There we go.
might have been born into the most famous American family.
Right, here we go.
Or
Did you right? Or 16, 17?
yeah, something like that.
Here
I
we
don't.
go.
I
Let's have
can't
a
exactly
little listen
recall.
just for 10
But
minutes.
so even just before that, like who was that girl becoming a woman?
I was extremely quiet.
So this is just a little introduction. I'm gonna review this properly, but let's just listen to it for 5 minutes, guys.
And introspective and observant. I think I would get called shy a lot, but I never felt shy. You know, I think I just was more of a listener. And I think as I began to get older and probably throughout my teen years and particularly like my late teen, I'm kind of giving you a whole overview and then we can go back to 12.
Please. Oh yeah.
I think I realized that people started perceiving that to be rude or odd. So I think I forced myself into being a more talkative person. But I think at 12, I definitely still would have been very quiet. And
Tino, we want to say hello to Chance. After 3, put this down 1 second. Look at the camera and say hello, Chance. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Chance. Hope you're well, from Louie and Tino. Hi, Chance. Say it again one more time. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Chance.
Introspective and soft, I would say. And I remember my 12th birthday was actually, I was in school and my mom it was the first year she did this thing that she began to do every.
So just so you know, guys, I keep promising Frederick I'm going to show some Riley Keough. So I just wanted to just give a little taster for Frederick, because Frederick is brilliant. He gives me good information. He's a real true Riley Keough fan. He knows everything about Riley Keough, everything. So this is just a taster because I've only got 10 minutes left. Yeah. So let's just listen.
Year, which is she called this, or she had this like dancing man in an ape costume wearing a tutu come to my schoolyard.
No.
with like a boom box with this birthday song on it. And I was like, I remember he showed up and was like, "Is Riley here?" And I ran into these little forts on the schoolyard and just started sobbing.
She started this at 12.
This is how 12 started for me.
So I don't know who these people are. Are they well-known interviewers? They must be if they're interviewing Riley Keough, yeah?
Did she really try to do that again on 13 and 14?
Oh, she gave it a break for a few years, but I think it came back at like 15 and then 18 and then, 25. Wow. So last year my family did it for me. So, but this was, that was my introduction to 12. But I was really sensitive and quite internal and soft, I would say. And that was probably around the time when I was also beginning to kind of have interest in performing and writing and all of those things. And theater, like I was in, trying to do theater in school. And I think I knew by that time in my life, I knew that I wanted to be in storytell, film, theater. I didn't really know exactly what.
So she's basically telling us what she started to realize she wanted to be in theatre, in film, a storyteller. So remember, Riley has forged her own life, her own career. She went to Lisa Marie and said, this is what I want to do. Obviously, she did modeling as well at first, but she is a self-made person. She didn't even use the name Presley. She wanted to do it for herself. She's a very hardworking, very clever, smart, successful person in many ways, not just filmmaking, in many ways. She did such a great job of the book From Here to the Great Unknown. We're so proud of Riley, aren't we, guys?
The direction was, but I definitely think that there was an awareness there for sure by 12.
Is it true that you had some kind of unique moment with Moulin Rouge? I mean, I read this. I don't know that it's like...
This was also 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was also 12, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I think that the sort of landscape in terms of me as a performer or whatever I am, was like... I knew that I was going to be in film or theater, but I think I had kind of like a rough introduction to theater as a kid because I was kind of given the idea that I wasn't right for theater because I was too quiet, or like I had a teacher who was like, go outside and yell in the parking lot to say your lines really loud, and that was kind of always the tone. Like I was given really small roles, like in like Midsummer Night's Dream, I was like Mustard Seed the fairy, like I was never
I just like look at the way she's dressed, just very sort of, it's hard to explain. She just looks just so natural and real. This is what I like about Riley.
I was given the idea that like this was not for me, kind of, but I also had this knowing that I was a performer. So
I love her films. On YouTube, there's a free film with Riley. There's a few free films with Riley. One of them is The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor. It's a bloody good film, guys. I found another one today. I put in my phone Riley Keough films. There's a few free films of Riley Keough on YouTube.
And I think like when I try and understand it, I think that my instinct was kind of like, I think that like naturalism as a performer was always my thing. And I think that I didn't understand as a kid how to I guess like implement my instincts in theater. But and it wasn't like a big performance versus a small performance thing. I think it was just like about authenticity for me. That's probably a better word than naturalism. Like I think that if I wasn't feeling authentic, I felt really silly. And so I kind of like didn't understand how to like where this was going to go, my desire to perform. Because I think, it was kind of a weird, like, it wasn't like, I wasn't one of the kids in school who was like always the lead in the thing, at all.
No, you come with me.
And then I had a few experiences with film that were really impactful. And the first one was that I was on my very first film set when I was probably 12. This is actually really...
This is so good for us.
You guys
We made
to
this
the
podcast for you,
You guys
Riley.
picked a like really great age for me.
Yeah, we think so.
And I was definitely like 12. I don't think I was even 13. So yeah. My mom was actually dating Nicolas Cage at the time, and he was directing his first.
My mom was dating Nicolas Cage at the time. I'm actually quite a Nicolas Cage fan. I loved his movies. Weren't they in England together? Let's keep going. Frederick, were Nicolas Cage and Lisa Marie, were they in England together?
Film. You're right. And it was my first time on a movie set, and I was sitting at the monitor and I had a headset on, and the room they were shooting in was right next door. And I think it was actually like James Franco and I don't even remember somebody. And I had the headset on, and I remember really the experience of going, wait, I can't hear them if I take the headset off, and they're right there. I can see them. And I was like, wow, like maybe there's
can be
something to like
quiet.
film acting. Maybe that's my thing, you know?
So Frederick says that she loved the Baz Luhrmann film. The one thing I will say about the Baz Luhrmann film is that it brought Elvis back to the masses. It reintroduced Elvis to a new generation of fans. 100%. There's a few fans on here that rediscovered Elvis through the Baz Luhrmann film. Yeah. So the Baz Luhrmann film did do a lot of good. There are many things in the Baz Luhrmann film that I think weren't very good, but I definitely 100% see the good that the Baz Luhrmann film did for relaunching Elvis to the world, to the masses, to a whole new generation of fans. So, but Cage has home not far from you. Right, okay, yeah. So I know that Nicolas Cage, didn't he live near Bath for a while? Didn't he live in Bath for a while, Frederick? I like him in The Family Guy. Have you ever watched that film, The Family Guy? I think it's such a good film. Yeah, it was. So I love Ryan, she's amazing. I'm going to watch after chance I get done with our lesson on how to say love in all languages. Song of song to look up, study was all our love. Yeah. Tony, you know we love you. We know. So this is just a little quick glimpse of Riley's interview because I've got to go and get my daughter from dancing. Tomorrow we are going to review this whole interview properly. We're going to really go through it, but let's play it for another 5 minutes and then we'll go. Okay, guys?
And I was like, that's so cool. They can talk normally and they're able to perform, or I don't know, something sort of clicked for me. And then Moulin Rouge also, I saw same time period. My mom.
I mean, Moulin Rouge is a great film, guys. It's a brilliant film.
I was actually me and my mom and Nicolas Cage who went to go see it.
Oh, really?
in the theater. And I remember just being like, wow, you know, so something about that film in experience was really, really like moved me. And the music and the theatrics of it was just so like intense for me as a 12-year-old me. So
it was
I would
intense
say
for
that-
everybody.
it was intense for everybody, but like in that right moment, I was like, "This is what I want to do." Like I remember that feeling of like I want to be in there, you know.
You described yourself as sensitive, like that other people described you as shy. So there's like I have those words swirling in my head, but then also I have these stories from your book, From Here to the Great Unknown, about your mom as a kid, kind of like running the roost at Graceland and being sort of like a tyrant and on these golf carts. And I wondered, there was that sensitive, shy side, but was there also like a cheekiness that you inherited from her?
Oh, for definitely, I'm cheeky. Like I don't think I'm
Now, this is a good question. Did she get her cheekiness from her mum?
shy. You know, I don't think I'm shy at all. I think I just was quiet and I didn't really like. I just was more of a like listener, you know. And I think that I am very cheeky and silly and you know I have that wildness too. But my mom was actually really shy, like properly shy. And
Wow, I would never have thought of Lisa Marie as being shy, but I don't know, saying that, when I've watched so many interviews with Lisa Marie, she did have a shy side, didn't she? She had the boisterous side that takes no S from anyone, but she also was quite coy and reserved, careful with how she would answer questions, but also you could see the other side to her that was quite brash and blah. So yeah,
she would kind of, her way of around the shyness was to kind of close herself off. So she could be perceived as like, I guess like abrasive or something. I don't know. Like,
sometimes.
But yeah, I
sometimes abrasive, sometimes.
would say that, yes, I definitely have that, I guess, like cheekiness in me.
Do you have any stories?
And whenever I watch Lisa Marie interviews, I always think she's so honest. She's so honest. If you ask Lisa Marie any question, she will give you an answer, and it will be her truth. It will be straight from the heart. It will be an impulse reaction. There's no bullshit with Lisa Marie. I've watched loads of her interviews, yeah? And you can tell when she feels uncomfortable, when she feels awkward. There's many interviews I've seen her with Priscilla, her mum, where she looks uncomfortable, yeah? So, just a beautiful person. Obviously loved her fans, loved and adored her fans, obviously.
Stories that come to mind.
My gosh, I don't know if there's stories. I think it's just like my personality, maybe. Like,
Tell us about your personality.
oh my god.
Can you just describe it
Can I tell
very
you guys?
minutely, and then
Tell us about your personality. Right, we'll listen to the answer and then I got to go, okay, guys? But I don't think I'll be back on tonight. But in the morning, we're gonna do the rest of this podcast. We're going to properly review it together, Team Elvis, okay? So 4 more minutes left, guys.
and also just like think of a few stories. I think.
I think that like I find
Hi, Joanne. Joanne, how are you?
talking about myself really cringy.
Yeah. Well, so this is
Well,
you know,
buckle up.
yeah, buckle up for the rest of your press cycle.
I know.
I'm curious, like how did your parents respond to this as you were a budding performer?
Well, they knew that like I would say that my desire to write and direct was probably more obvious when I was younger than to act. I think that acting was kind of a bomb dropped on them. Like I don't think they would have seen that necessarily coming because I was so inherently like quiet.
Right.
And
But you were writing. That's interesting.
I did. I wrote a lot, and I would write little plays and
okay.
and film. I would make movies, but I was never in them. So I was like, I would like film my friends and write the movie. You know, these obviously they're not they're
Fascinating.
ridiculous like 13-year-old movies, but you know, I would go into my mom's little office and edit them and score them.
I find that fascinating. It's a natural talent, isn't it? Everything she's saying now is who she is, isn't it? Who she has become. She's more than an actress. Obviously, we also know she can sing, but she's a writer, a producer, a director. She's an author. Yeah. I tell you, this girl, Riley, very beautiful woman. How old is she? She's 36. Tell me how old she is, guys. 34, 36. Just lovely. Amazing. It's so much more to know about Riley Keough. Anyway, guys, I got to go. I'm going to get Yasmin from her dance class. So I'll be back in the morning. Frederick, I promise you we're going to play some more of this. Frederick, thank you for letting me know about this honor, this award in Tennessee. Let's face it, guys, we personally don't feel she deserves it. But obviously the museum stuff, of course, you know, we support that. Of course we do, you know. The music festival, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So she's 36 in May. Thank you, Frederick. Right. Oh, that's all right, Cherie. It was just a quickie. Once I had that information sent to me by Frederic, I thought I need to share it with you guys. Plus, I did want to show a bit of this because I did say I was going to play some of it today. Okay, Frederic. Right, I got to go. Take care, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. You know, Richie Boy and Cherie and, of course, Lorna. Thank you so much, Lorna. You're so kind to me. Thank you. Teresa and Debbie and Deborah and just everyone that has joined. Anyone that's not joined us, thank you for joining and listening. Tony, of course. Okay, guys. There's a few more of you. Sorry if I've forgotten to say your names. It was a quick little live before I go and collect my daughter. So thanks, guys. All the best to you. I'll be back in the morning. Take care, guys.